How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having an amazing day today. Today, we're talking about the drip garden. Is it too late to get into the drip garden? Well, let's dive right into this right now. Now, as you know, if you're familiar with drip, there are two different prices. There's this internal DEX, and there's a different price that's on PancakeSwap, which is the liquidity over there at PancakeSwap. So if we look here, we can see drip is at $38 right here on the website, and it doesn't give you a whole lot of info. But if we go back over to April 8th, which is just yesterday, it was at $43. Prior to that, you can't see it here, but it actually went down to $29 two different times and it bounced. So why is this important? Why are we looking at the price of drip? I'm glad you asked. Well, let's look at the drip garden. Okay, what do we need? What do we need to get into the drip garden? What kind of LP pair do we need? You guys, we need drip BUSD. Drip price is one of the factors that plays into the performance of the drip garden. The other factor would be the contract balance going up or going down. And the third factor, I guess you could say, is people's decisions that they're making in the garden. What are the other players doing? What are their behaviors? Are they compounding or are they harvesting? And that is also tied into the contract balance. So maybe those are one and the same, but let's just call it three different things. So let's talk about the price of drip. Why this is important. Why is it important that it hit $29 and bounced twice, ran up to about $48, came back down, now we're sitting at $38. Okay, let's to better see this, let's jump over to PancakeSwap's price. And we can see here it's actually sitting at $35, so it's a little cheaper. But you can see this, guys. If we had this massive run up starting in 10th of December all the way to the 26th, 27th of January. And from there, it's been pretty painful. The drip community is resilient. It's strong. We've actually still grown through this long downtrend. I mean, this wasn't fun. Nobody likes to see this, even if you're extremely bullish on a project. However, this is why we're looking at this. What are we seeing here? We saw a bounce right here that we thought, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the reversal. Well, that was quickly followed by some more down. And what are we seeing for the first time in a long time, in about 2 months? Some flattening out of the price action, possibly finding a floor right here. Why is that price important? Well, let's see. This is a resistance line right here, former resistance over here. So, hey, that's lining up. We have probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 4-hour green candles in a row. When's the last time we saw that? Well, let's go back over here. You could argue this, but there was a red candle in there. And then what do we see possibly right here? And that was a massive run up. So I think everybody's getting super excited right now. Drip maybe put in a floor, not financial advice. Definitely do your own research. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, is this a great time to get into the drip garden when no one's looking, when everybody who bought it up here is in max pain and all they've been doing is claiming and not compounding? Possibly. Okay, let's keep going, guys. So the price of drip, maybe putting in a floor, maybe the cheapest price that you're going to be able to buy this LP pair that you need to get in here. So you can see my plants right here. I have 2005 plants. I actually started, let's take a look. This is all these tools that I'm showing you guys. I'm going to have linked down below. I'm going to hook you guys up. You'll have access to all of them. Many of you already know about them, but if you don't, they'll be down there for you to use. So this one is the Dune tool. And a couple things I want to point out to you here. We saw that I had 2005 plants. So here you can see this is my stats. And I bought, is this time of the day? I bought the 4th of February. I entered the garden and I put in $2,000, 2,000 smackaroos. And what did I get for that? I want to say, does it tell me? Look, okay, it shows me. I got 219 plants. Now, why is this important? Why am I telling you this? Okay, I'm going to show you this in just a second, so keep that in mind. I got 219 plants for my $2,000. Now, a couple things I want to point out to you. This is a game. The garden contract, it's a game. You're playing against other players. You look right here, you can see how many players, and it says players on purpose because this is a game. There are 25,325 players in this game. You're playing against other people. You know, when you're trading stocks or trading crypto or in a contract like this, you're not earning money, you're taking someone else's money. Now that may sound harsh, but that's the reality of it. So you have to have a better skill set than they have. okay? Or you have to be more disciplined than they are. So just keep that in mind, that there's 25,000 people in this game. And this is an important thing right here. The plant value in LP. This is the decay of the plant price. Now, when we were falling for the 2-month period that the price of drip has been falling, this decay was greater than, right now it's at negative 2.57. And you can see here, what you earn daily in the garden is 3.3%. If this number is more than negative 3.33, then you're losing the decay battle. You're actually not gaining anything, you're going backwards. So most of that time, everybody was just straight, well, most people were claiming because they thought it was failing. But what I was doing was compounding the whole time, trying to combat that decay. And so honestly, I've been compounding this entire time. Now that is my strategy, but I realized that I had a small amount of plants and I thought to myself, I have a lot of catching up to do. So I'm not going to claim for a really long time. That was what I was thinking. Now, I didn't even know that the price was going to fall like it did. But this is a really good gauge. So you can see here that this is at negative 2.57 and I'm earning 3.3. So I'm actually winning the battle a little bit. And you can kind of see my LP production. It's just starting to turn around here. So when I first got in, I had a little good little run there, but then I wasn't claiming. I was just compounding. And then we started going down, down, down. And then you can see down here, you can see this is the contract balance. This is from inception, we hit a high of about 808,000 LP tokens in the contract. And since then, that was on the 2nd of March. It's been slowly curving down, 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 down. And today we're sitting at 598,000. So the contract balance, one part of the equation, it's going down. But what are we seeing here? Are we seeing this start to round off a little bit? Maybe. It might be. That's one thing that I'm looking at. Another thing, let's scroll down. This is the actual drip BUSD LP token price. Okay, so this, you can see, went up with the price of drip. And then here we go, all the way down, 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 down. Now, what are we seeing right here? We saw a little curve up right here. We're seeing a little curve up right here. This is an interesting little point right here for me. Right here seems to be line up with right over here as a resistance line, possibly, for the LP token. To me, that's kind of interesting. Maybe this is rounding up. Maybe we have a reversal coming in. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that sort of tapering off. But let's go back and look at the actual garden. And let's look at this chart that Forex made that he says this is why the drip garden is different than any of the other minor contracts out there. So this red line represents the other minor contracts where you put some money in, you don't get that money back, but you get a percentage of it every day. Usually the people who get in early, they get a big portion of the contract and they basically drain it over time. And over time, you lose buying power and the returns are minimized. So there's no incentive to put new capital in, and what you're getting out of it is basically minimized until basically the contract balance is drained. Now, here's what he says why the drip garden is different. So we have this green line representing the drip garden. So yes, there's a first mover advantage for people who got in early, but this represents your advantage, your buying power increasing over time into the garden. Now, you might be thinking, well, how does that happen? Well, there's two things at play. Well, I guess maybe it's the same thing, but the price of plants is designed to go down. If we look, let's see, at this tool right here, and I scroll down to try to find the price of a plant. Let's see if I can find it. So it's currently at 62 cents. When I bought into the garden, I don't remember exactly. I want to say that it was like $5 and something per plant. So you could say that the plant price has gone way down. And some people were so focused on the price of plants, they were flipping out. My value is going down. The price of plants, will it ever stop? And the truth is, Forex kept saying, don't focus on the price of plants. What you need to be focusing on is the amount of plants that you have, because the amount of plants that you have determines the amount of seeds that you have. Because you can't sell plants, you can only harvest seeds, if that makes sense. So the price of the plant is way down. What does that mean for you guys just getting in right now? It means, let's do this for an example, because I did this earlier and I was kind of mind blown, which really stimulated me making this video. You guys ready for this? Remember, I put in $2,000 and what did it say I got? I got 219 plants, $2,000 to 19. Now, what if you guys put in $2,000 right now? I'm going to show you why you have buying power. Let's go over here to the drip liberation contract on the left side. We're going to pretend like we're putting in $2,000 of BUSD. I'm going to pretend like I'm supplying it, and it's going to give me 93.8 tokens. Now, let's jump over to the drip garden, my friends, and let's see what would happen if we did 98.3 LP tokens. You guys, 3,200 plants. I've been compounding every single day, grinding, trying to fight the decay. You guys put in that same amount right now, you are more than 50% ahead of where I am right now. What am I saying? I'm saying you have the advantage right now. If you buy right now and get into this garden, you can leapfrog in front of the class. Let's look at something else which really inspires me shows me where I am in the game and inspires me to move ahead in the game. So let's look at this. This is one of my favorite parts of Dune. So this shows you everybody's plant number in the game and where they, in a chart, and where they line up according to how many plants they have. So most people, what are we seeing? Most people are stuck right here between 100 plants and let's say 1,900 plants or so, roughly. This right here, like to me, this represents like the rat race. Like everybody's stuck right here, and most people aren't making it out of here. They're just claiming because it's not fun right here. That's the power of compounding. Like, or that's how compounding is. When you're right here, it feels like nothing's happening. Like you're getting 1 plant a day, 2 plants a day. It's a grind. It's not fun. Now, if that's all you have, you got to start somewhere. That's all I had, and I had to start somewhere. So I started with 219, and as you can see, I'm at 2,000 plants now. That's great, but you guys could put in 2,000 right now, and let's see where you'd be. What did we say, 3,200? Okay, you just jumped almost to the middle of the game board. Okay, you're almost in the middle of the game board. You leap past the rat race. You're right there. Okay, now I'm going to do another demonstration for you guys. That should be pretty powerful. You're already, like, how many people are right here? Only 83 people in the entire game out of 25,000 are right here. And you can see as you move across, these numbers get smaller, except for this little pocket right here. This little pocket, the numbers jump up, but everything else, it starts to get smaller, 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 smaller. The object of this game is to get over here. When you're over here, you are literally backing up trucks to the bank and cashing in, okay? That's what everybody's goal should be. So remember, you're playing against other people, and it's up to you whether you should take your ROI and get your original money out right away, or if you just want to risk it for a biscuit and stay in. Your call. That's up to you guys. You know, some people do 5 days of compounding and 2 days of claiming, whatever you feel good about. But the object of the game is to get more plants, to get more seeds, so that the amount that you can actually claim every day goes up. So let's jump back over to the animal farm. Let's pretend, so I just showed you $2,000. Let's pretend that you did $6,000. And I know that that's not realistic for a lot of you that are watching this. And that's fine. I'm just showing you for an example of the buying power that you have right now. If you put in $6,000 and you said, you know what, I'm just going to go for the gold. You put in 6,000, you hit supply. That's 281, we'll just call it 0.5. Go back to the drip garden. We'll say 281.5. 9,241 plants. Okay, 9,241. Where would you be on the game board? Where would you be? 9,241. You guys basically just jumped into, like you jumped all the way past kindergarten and preschool. You jumped past elementary school, middle school, high school, college. You're, right here, you're probably in like grad school. Okay, you guys jumped, you leapfrogged everybody right away, one fell swoop. You haven't even compounded once, and you're sitting right here in grad school with these guys, probably some of the OG guys that got into the garden first. I just think that's powerful because look over here. Once you get over here, you guys, like, there's like 9 people, 7 people, 8 people. There's not a lot of people over here. You just joined some elite people with a couple of button clicks, and your buying power is exponentially increased. That's really what I'm trying to say. If you've been thinking about getting in the garden, this could be the time. This could be the time. Again, look at the drip price. I bought right here. I bought my drip right here. What's the date here? February 6th. I actually entered the garden right here as well. So I bought drip around here and I entered the garden around here. So I've been in some kind of tough sledding here. But as bad, this is pretty bad. Like this is like blood in the streets. But as bad as that is, let's take a look at my stats. I'm still earning $41 a day as it stands with this. So my $2,000 investment, if we do the calculator, so let's see, I'm making $40 a day times 30 days in a month. That's still $1,200 a month. I put in 2,000. If I was claiming at a regular schedule, I could still ROI in a little over a month because I don't want to claim every single day. That's still good. I'm just showing you, this is like the worst. This is the worst case scenario, okay? It's only going to get better when the drip price reverses. The drip price reversing, this number is going to start to exponentially go up. And you know what else is going to go up? People are going to FOMO back into the garden because you're going to start seeing that contract balance go back up because people want to earn drip. They want to earn the drip LP pair. I'm just saying. So at its worst, it's still making me $1,200 a month. Imagine at its best, okay? Imagine at its best. That's the kind of the point that I wanted to show you guys. And for fun, right now, let's see, I have 76 plants available. I know that I'm going to lose 16 cents by doing this right now, but I just want to do it for you guys right now. I'm going to compound 76 plants. I wish I could buy those 9,000, but let's erase that. Let's plant seeds and compound. All right, let's take a look here, guys. Watch that number go up. Here we go. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? We got it. Okay. So 2081, you guys just saw me compound. And so yeah, I'm making my stats right now. I'm making, let me refresh this so we can get an update. A new plant every 20 minutes. I have 2,081 plants and I have 69 plants per day. So that number is going up. It's starting to get more fun. And again, this tool will be linked down in the description below. And if you guys are liking this video, if you're liking this content and you want to see more, please like the video. It helps my algorithm. It helps me stand out. It helps this channel gain traction. I'm just starting out. I'm trying to grow, and I want to provide excellent content for you guys. You know, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell if you want to be alerted for any of the new videos that I'm putting out. If you guys need help getting into the garden, I'm going to create a video, super simple, short video showing you how to buy the LP pair and get into the garden as well. So I don't want to make this video too much longer, but be on the lookout for that. So that's basically it, you guys. I just wanted to say something's in the air, something's different, right? What do we know? What do we know? We know something's different. Do we think this is it? Do we have any kind of assurance this is it? We don't, but something's different. When's the last time this happened? That's all I'm going to say. Something is different, and you have to kind of use calculated guesses here because nobody knows. So you're hedging your bets. If you want to get into the garden, this could be your time. If you wanted to get into drip, this could be your time. Like I said, I bought up here. So people should be loading their bags right here if you're bullish on drip. Not financial advice. Do your own thing with your own money. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm eyeing this. Lots of investors are eyeing this. People who understand that drip has big things coming. We didn't even talk about how Animal Farm's relaunching next week. We didn't talk about how there's a partnership with PancakeSwap coming for drip. We didn't talk about how there's drip lending in the works, how there's scratch-off tickets, lottery system coming that you can buy with drip. There's more use cases, more utility on the way to support and bolster the drip price. You guys are awesome. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.